Okay, this is the electric meter. This is the electrical inspection. And this is the grounding rod for the meter. We should have two within 6 feet. So our grounding rod is supposed to be buried 8 feet into the ground, not 7 foot 6 inches, 7 foot 8 inches. It's supposed to be 8 feet into the ground. I think they had a little bit of trouble there. Okay. Then our meter is below grade, which is a good thing. The conduit slips. That's a good thing for movement. Our meter should be sealed on 3 sides to help prevent moisture infiltration into the wall. Okay. We got 200 amps, 240 volts, 3 wires. Okay. Now, solar panels, solar systems are beyond the scope of this inspection. But these boxes also should have been sealed on 3 sides. And as I read this, well, I want to be wrong, but this de-energizes the power coming from the solar panels. We should have a single main disconnect outside. If this home was built by today's standards, there would be a single labeled service disconnect outside. We don't have that. We move along here. We move inside the garage. This is our load center. Oh, look at there. And there's our Ufer. How about that? I guess it is. What are you? And it's labeled. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I didn't. Should have been better prepared. And there's our Ufer. So that's the second ground, and that's also the bonding, because this is going to be a PEX house. This is our main disconnect right now. Okay. 200 amps, 1 single throw, decommissions the whole house. L1 and L2. Okay. They're supposed to have protective covers over there. If you don't know this is hot, you don't belong in the box. I get that. But they should have protective covers. Okay. I'm moving on along inside of here. Just taking a gander at this. Paint and debris inside the cabinet. The bonding location, even though it's right there, it should be labeled inside the cabinet. You see this right here? This is handwriting. And they moved some because this used to be for the dishwasher, now it's the solar. How about that? Okay, so it's hand labeled. I didn't wake up this morning just wondering what I'm going to do for excitement today. Alright? I didn't do that. Okay? The manufacturer says that it should be printed. See where it says warning and danger? The International Residential Code says it should be printed. So the National Electrical Code says it should be printed. All these people say it should be printed. Now, is that going to make a breaker work any different? No, it's not going to make the breaker work any different. But it should have been printed. And coming up all along in here, and so our clothes dryer is here, and our range is there. So this breaker should be GFCI protected, and this breaker should have a lockout switch on it. And then we've got debris and paint inside of the cabinet. Now I'm looking between the breakers and I'm not seeing any paint on the bus bars. Doesn't mean that there's not any paint on the bus bars. I'm saying that I'm not seeing any paint in the here and now on the bus bars. So it's probably okay in terms of connections, but the code says that the inside of the box should be clean. It should be free of paints and chemicals and debris and combustible materials. So all that stuff shouldn't have been in there, but it's in there. So what do we learn? We learn that our grounding rod is not properly buried. Our meter is not properly sealed. We don't have a disconnect on the exterior. Our bonding location is not labeled. And we got a little bit of paint and some debris inside of the cabinet.